All right. Hello. I think I turned the volume down. Make sure it's up. Okay, there we go. So, hello everyone. Welcome. It is a wonderful Saturday morning. There we go. It's not as sunny today. All right. So, real quickly, I wanted to bring this to you because this is something that I see a lot of my clients struggle with, and just people that I talk to in general. They struggle with managing their financial end of the business. I call it the back end. And this is something that you might want to pay attention to even with your personal bank account. So this is something you really want to hear. Check it, go back and take a look. All right, so here's what I'm talking about. Syncing your bank accounts. And I know it's like, everybody think that's like the coolest thing to do is sync your bank accounts to your business accounting system. But after you hear what I share with you today, you may want to stop that and rethink your strategy, okay? So here's what I'm talking about. You know, we do this because we're told that, you know, syncing the transactions, that's a way to automate, right? You are so correct. We can automate that way. So, oh, I didn't go live on Facebook. I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. Hit the button, Felicia. All right, just to recap really quickly, bringing my Facebook peeps up to date because I forgot to hit the go live button. So Felicia Streeter here today, bringing you, we're talking about syncing your bank accounts with your accounting system. And this is something you want to pay attention to, even if you think about it with your personal bank account. And if you're using something like Mint or what is it called? You need a budget or every dollar, whatever, you know, accounting tracking system that you're using. Syncing is great. It saves a lot of time for you on the input side. So you think, right? But here's the thing. I'm going to share with you a couple things today that may kind of change your perspective. Have you thinking a little bit differently about, should I really be syncing this stuff? Because, you know, yes, it's automated. You may be thinking that it saves you time, but let's really dig into this and think about this over the long haul of what I'm getting ready to share with you guys. So I'm going to dive right in. That's how I roll. So here's the thing. Here's what I see with a lot of my clients that sync their bank accounts to their accounting system. I don't sync mine. I'm just going to disclose that, and here's why. What I see is the transaction will come through into your accounting system. However, you're missing who's the vendor. Sometimes that don't come through, right? And if you think about your bank statement, when you look at it, sometimes when you look at the transaction, you don't know what it was for, or you can't tell just by reading that information. Now, you might remember because you did the transaction, right? Especially if it wasn't too long ago. But if you're just looking at the information that comes across on that bank statement, you don't even know what that transaction was for. So in keeping that in mind, when it's then transported to your accounting system, how does the accounting system know what that transaction was for? So there you go. You don't have the vendor information in there, right? Second thing. A lot of times it will not categorize it correctly for you. And why is this important is because if you think about it, if you're in business, and we're all in business to make money, right? And I talked about being a hoe or a bow. You can go back and watch that video. It's out there on Facebook and things like that. But I talked about that, or on my YouTube channel. I talked about that. And the thing is, you're in business to make money. So in order to know how profitable you are in certain categories, where your money is going, maybe where you're spending more of your money, you have to categorize each transaction. And when clients come to me, I always, the first thing I do is set up their back end. And I know they'll say, oh, I already set up my accounting system. No, you didn't set it up. Trust me. It's never set up correctly or completely. And when it's set up completely, that's the thing that gives you the categories. And you need to know the categories so that when you're analyzing things that you're going to do in your business, for example, wouldn't you want to know which of your products or services are the most profitable? Well, if you're not categorizing, how will you know that? Right? So it's very important that you know that. But when that transaction comes across via the sync, a lot of times it does not categorize it correctly, or it doesn't do it at all. Okay? And so here's what happens. When these two things happen, and the only way to know that it didn't happen, especially if it puts something in there, is that you have to audit it. right? So yes, it syncs the transactions for you. So then, when you go in there to do your monthly bookkeeping, what do you have to do? You have to do an audit to go through each transaction to make sure that it was posted correctly, that you have the right vendor, that it was categorized correctly, and that the dollar amount is correct. Because sometimes, that can be a little funky too. So you have to do an audit. And let me share this with you. It always takes, me more time to do an audit of somebody's books than to just do the actual input. I'm just keeping it real. So if it takes me longer to do the research and fix things versus just inputting it, then it's going to take you longer to do the research of the audit and fix it as well. All right, just keeping it real with you. So that's why I don't sync mine. I just put in the transaction. It's easier. All right. So when you think you're syncing, right, you're the do-it-yourselfer, or you say, I'm just starting out, I can't afford a bookkeeper right now, or whatever your, logic is behind that, you're not really saving time at all, because it's going to take longer to research something than it is just to input it. And then the other thing is, if you're doing it yourself and then at some point you take it to a bookkeeper for them to fix, well, they're going to charge more to research and fix, because it's going to take more time than they would actually charge to just do the bookkeeping for you. So just keep that in mind. So that's what I wanted to share with you is syncing your transaction is not always a good thing. All right. The feature, when it works, it works. And when it doesn't, it doesn't. That's technology for you. So here's what I want to share with you guys. If you are looking for a bookkeeper or you need some support in this area, just getting things set up, I am taking on 4 new clients where I'll help you with your monthly posting of your transactions. I'll do your monthly reconciliations for you. And here's the kicker. Not all bookkeepers do this. I also help you with profit and growth strategies. Let me tell you what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about strategies around being able to pay yourself every month. And yes, it can be done. And I know you're probably looking at your financials right now and like, I can't afford to pay myself. Oh, yes, you can. And I'm going to show you how. And I have a workshop coming up actually where I'm showing people how they can pay themselves in October. We're going to set it up and make it happen. I'm all about setting it up, implementing, making it happen. Okay. So I help you with that. I help you get your business financially fit. We're going to make your business profitable. Moving forward, once we get your books caught up, if they're behind, at that point, we can start making it profitable for you. All right. So I'm your girl if that's what you need. If you're looking for a bookkeeper, look no further. Come check me out. I have 4 spots, as I said, at a special rate. 4 spots at a special rate. And this special rate is only until Monday. Or the 4 spots fill up first, whichever comes first. And I put this out yesterday and I've already talked to 2 people, so they may send their payment over. So, but 4 spots, monthly bookkeeping. And if you're interested, this is pulling you, it's something you've been looking at and you need it, come check me out. You can message me right here on Facebook at Felicia Streeter. Those of you on Periscope, I'm over at Felicia Streeter on Facebook. Just message me. Don't wait, because like I said, it's only 4 spots and we can take it from there. All right. The special rate ends on Monday, end of day Monday. So midnight Monday night, it ends. So you're going to have to talk to me before then to get the link to pay, right? So, but you'll be surprised at the rate. So no worries there. All right. So if you have any questions, because I do have people here live, go ahead. If you have any questions, I will take them now. And I will give them a second to come through. I'm reading some of the stuff. Cool. All right. So if you have any questions, you can type them in the comment and they will come through and I can answer those for you. You have any questions about your current accounting system, how things are syncing up for you, or maybe you haven't even looked at it and like, well, where do I start? Any questions? All right. Going once, going twice, 3 times. And definitely you can always, if you have questions, come over to the Game Changers Lounge. That's where I hang out. That's where the party happens. Over there in my Facebook group, Game Changers Lounge. You can definitely bring the conversation there in the comments here, or PM me if you want one of those spots. All right. I am Felicia Streeter and I am signing off. All right. Enjoy your Saturday. Bye-bye. All right, we are closing out here too.